Nigeria Info. I'm still going to have a similar conversation with the previous one, but I'd like to start by saying, now, from the previous conversation, I have not said, and I think I should insist on that the truth should not be, looked for or followed or discovered or uncovered, because this case looks like the truth is missing. However, I'm saying that most likely, there could be the argument that the defectors at the national level may have done something illegal, and there is the likelihood that someone would go to court, to challenge it. I mean, you never can tell. There is that likelihood. However, there is not the over dramatic nature as to what has happened. Get my point? Now, they are going to possibly test their weights in court, but not affecting governance. Even if, people can ask the question, what are they really confident? But that's for another conversation. But not affecting the display of governance at the legislative level up there. I don't even make sense. And that's why I asked the question, have we over dramatized or over politicized Rivers governance? Because it looks like much more can be done, but much, and it's not just with this government now, it's with almost all the governments. Did we play too much politics? Do we play too much politics? And that is what I want us to not be emotional about, but just somehow try to find a way to answer this question. Are we too emotional with the politics we play in River State? Whether you're pro or against, I don't know what divide you belong to, but that's a really good question. I want you to try to find a way to answer. But, pushing this slightly higher, the conversation that is, I want us to talk about the local government. Yeah, once again, the local government. Now, for many years, because I've been on radio for quite some time, for many years, the conversation, not just in River State now, so not just in River State, people have said, local governments have been non-existent. I mean, it was a shocker to me seeing the Senate talk about it a while ago, before the old Supreme Court, pronouncement and all, saying, the local government is non-existent, even though, Senator Akpabio, who's the Senate president, was a one-time governor. Some other people there, people like Sarah Kerr, one-time governor. Some people, one-time governor at the Senate who were part of the people who, were using local government funds, so to say, making it almost impossible for the local governments to thrive. If you ask a lot of the governors, they tell you, when I came into office, local government were not able to pay salaries. And if you look at it, sometimes it is true. And why is that? Because, if not the local government chairman, doing what they do, it is the governor doing what he does. In the past, of course. And then I'm looking at River State. It's been over a month since the local government crisis started. Now remember, the crisis characterizing politics in River State did not start with the local government. It started, I played a sound clip earlier, with the fight for a political structure. That's how it started. It started with the fight for a political structure. But once again, just for clarity's sake, let's take a listen.
Say you are doing this, you are not doing that. No. I tell you the truth, I'm nothing but the truth. Anybody who knows me knows well. What I will never take is threat. That one, me, I will not agree. I will not agree. If everyone will come down, let everyone come down. If you like, accuse me from here to... I won't even have a sleepless night, because as far as I'm concerned, the right thing must be... All of us want to be politically relevant. All of us want to maintain our political structure.
So yeah, all of us want to be political relevant, he said. All of us want to maintain our political structure. That was an interview granted Newsman sometime around November last year, and that was the voice of the SOD minister. Okay, so you see, it started with political structure. What political structure? He was asked in that interview. He said, the members of the National Assembly representing the state, the governor, the deputy governor, the members of the House of Assembly, and then the local government chairman. So you see, so when he defined what structure was or is, the fight then moved to the House of Assembly. We saw the defection, and you have defected, you have not defected, and we started arguing Section 109 for more than 3 months, when we could have been arguing what should be the project to embark on. We're dragging or arguing, debating Section 109, that I know that some of you already know that section. Even if I wake you up from sleep, you can immediately tell me, right? And then from that one, trying to impeach, not trying to impeach, we've now moved to the local government level. And if you've noticed, we are stuck. I mean, there's not, it looks like at the House of Assembly level, they have come to some kind of compromise. We're just going to wait for the court. So today there'll be plenary from the Martin side. Tomorrow there'll be plenary from the Victor Okojumbo side, and everybody's okay with it, right? But where we are right now is the local government. What do I mean? The local governments have been shut for more than a month. The police are occupying the 23 local government secretariats for whatever reason. At first they said, it was to forestall the breakdown of law and order. Now we have the Supreme Court pronouncement saying cities is illegal. It's even going to complicate the case even more. The lawyer who spoke yesterday said maybe the wise thing to do, to somewhat boycott or maneuver your way, would say, okay, these CTCs are just advisors. The main people who are heading the local government are civil servants. Just maybe the federal government would dance and allow funds to come into the state, and the police would leave. Just maybe, yet again. And so it's a team they are not live for about 3 months. As reports in out, where a CDC champ gave not seen electricity supply or had electricity supply in God knows how long. And then I began questioning myself. What really is the work of the local government chairman? Is it just to pay salaries? It's just, I mean, there is, I wish I wrote it down. There is this link, a budget link with which if you register, you can find out how much your local government takes every month. Now, guess what? I am from Asari Toro local government area. According to that website, my local government took over 500 million naira for the month of June. And similarly for the month of May. And similarly for the month of April. The question is 500 million and above only good for payment of salaries? And yet again, this is not a conversation about pro this or pro that. I want the people to understand. Maybe we should just remove the biases for a little bit and follow me where I'm going. Follow the money, so to say. And these people don't have light. So what were the monies used for? What were the monies used for yet again? Is it to pay salaries alone? These are questions. But anyways, the deficits are there. I was listening to Doye Diri, the governor of Bayelsa State, when he was talking about the Supreme Court pronouncement. And he said, before his time, before he came in as governor, local governments were just paying salaries. And now his government has to augment so that they can engage or involve themselves in capital projects. So it's not just a Rivers State theme. So the question then is, do we really have politicians who are for the people first of all? Because if there are, even before all of these political drama, we would have seen some level of development emerge or emanate from local government administrators. But now that we are even in this mess, this political mess that we find ourselves in, it looks like the situation at the local government levels have worsened. The situation has been escalated. That's what it looks like. Now, we've had several conversations. We've talked with several lawyers as to whether the local governments should be shut down. I remember Area Kinel was a lawyer saying, see, yes, the police has got the right to secure, but what about infringing on the rights of workers to go to work and make a living, infringing on the rights of the people in the local governments to healthcare? And nobody really has thought about all of these things. The two parties, the gladiators, the political actors, are trying to score points, and we are cheering, by the way. You, me, every day we cheer. We say, oh, nice one. This one is good. But have we really sat down to measure what the impact is? What the impact is on the people at the local government levels? And once again, for those who, because the lawyer said it yesterday, I did not say it, I'm just here to report what has been said, that, the CTCs have been pronounced illegal. Yes, they cannot be arrested because, it's not it's not an offense that you need to be arrested for. However, whatever they do can be seen by law as illegal. Now, if that argument in itself is true, my goodness, how is all of these things impacting Rivers people at the rural areas, at the local government areas? How? But basically, my main question is, how has your local government fared in the last 1 month plus? Maybe you can say in the last 2 months. How has I get it, local governments were not functioning as they should before, but with this crisis on board, so that the political actors, whether at the left or at the right hand side, can understand that it's supposed to be the people and not their ego. Because this fight, like we've quoted the FCT minister, is about who is the strongest, who is going to be the last man standing, who has got the political structure, who has got the political might, who's got the political ability. And that's what it's about, right? But we need to make them see that it's supposed to be about the people. It's supposed to be about you, your neighbor, your uncle, your aunt, your children, your siblings, and even me. So yeah, I've opened the phone lines, but I do have a commercial coming up, or another long commercial, I should say. But the question then is, how has your local government fared in the last about 2 months? You know what we say in the local parlance, right? And I think I may have used it before. I no go agree. Naim the tear shirt. And it looks like the shirt of the local government have been torn. The shirts have been torn, and the people are the one exposed. In terms of healthcare, in terms of the little things that are supposed to function, especially at the secretariat. In terms of those people who will go do business at the secretariat, in terms of governance, basically at the various local government levels, what would you describe it as? Because I've also been seeing the CTCs go around, doing some notable work, doing this, doing that, putting up that project. I've also been seeing that. So I want to get your report out. I want to get your thoughts. I want to talk to you. You're in Fargo, Gakpo, MOR, Ikwere, Awuda, wherever you are, I'd like to hear from you. But first, let's go for a commercial break. When we come back, you and I will have a conversation. Just stay tuned. Rehabilitation work begins on Obirikori flyover weeks after explosion. Motorists in Port Harcourt urge government to suspend enforcement of repainting of taxes due to harsh economy. NLC says it did not organize planned nationwide protest. House of Reps caucus urged federal government to meet with organizers to stop planned protest. More Rivers indigents expect massive development following local government autonomy. Lawyer accuses Ameule-led lawmakers of disturbing peace in Rivers State. On the foreign scene, Israel's Netanyahu to address U.S. Congress as protesters plan day of rage. Details in the 6 p.m. bulletin. To reach the news teams and an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. Conversations continue to stay tuned.
This is Hard Facts.
26 minutes to the top of the hour. You're listening to 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kalala Kuribatabo. This is Hard Facts. Welcome. So it's time for me to open the phone lines for those of you who have been following the conversation. I'm trying to question the rationality behind all of these struggles, political struggles, at the expense of development. And this time I'm focused on the local government. Now, I did argue that even before the political drama, for a long time, local governments have not been catered for as they should be. There are a lot of local governments in the state that have not had, or quite a few local governments, I should put it that way, they have not had power supply for a while. There are quite a few local governments that have not had the basic amenities. You know, there are the talks of poor roads, insecurity, you know, all of the likes, non-availability of jobs, investments are not necessarily going to some of these local governments. And then the question has been for a long time, what really is the work and the function of a local government chairman? Why are the local government chairmen not creative enough? Why are we still dependent on the feed and bottle approach? And now we have this political crisis seemingly worsening what was already a worse or a bad situation. All right, so to the phone lines now. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0007. WhatsApp number 0809 0306 Now, something very funny just crossed my mind. So let's go with the argument of the lawyer who was a guest on the show yesterday that the CTCs, I mean, it's not like he said it, the Supreme Court did say it, the CTCs are illegal and whatever they do is null and void. What then happens if flooding? Remember, there is the report of flooding to happen in Rivers State. What then happens to the local governments that are prone to flooding? Will the actions of the CTCs be illegal as well? As like I said, something funny crossed my mind. I've got Clinton calling from Bori yet again. Clinton, welcome once again.
Yes, Kalada, thank you very much. Let me even start from that point of argument. If there's flooding, because there was flooding in my local government recently.
Okay.
Lua community was taken away by flood.
Okay.
The houses looted. So I think that the Commissioner for Environment is saddled with that responsibility, with or without the CTCs.
Oh, okay.
So that particular angle has been settled. Again, on the local government issue, we've been calling for development in the local government, and that this also goes to show the importance of this local government autonomy, because now we can know that all the monies are coming directly to the local government. We can hold them responsible now. I am from Kano local government where we've been hearing in the news allegedly that we receive a huge chunk of allocation, and yet nothing to show that these monies are brought in. Kano local government is lacking in standard infrastructure. Some of our local schools are lacking teachers. I think these are some of the responsibilities of the local government. So if we have an autonomous local government and they fail to do this particular things, then I think that's where people are coming and start raising dust.
All right.
So this goes to show that we must support the federal government bid for autonomy for local government.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So if you want to know what your local government earns every month, all you have to do is go to me.budget.org just register, and you would find out. Like I said, Atari Toro local government got the allocation for June 2024, 527 million naira, 438,075 naira and 96 kobo. So basically, you can say approximately 527 million naira, 439,000 approximately. My goodness, such a huge sum. Is that going all in for payment of salaries? I've got Braid from Mile 1. Braid, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Greetings to Mr. Batubo.
Yeah, greetings to you as well.
Canada, I don't celebrate the local government autonomy. Do you know why?
You tell me.
Now, when we don't have autonomy, as I thought where I came from, have over 520 something million as allocation. Ask me how much is Asaritori wage bill. That there cannot be provision of water, light. People don't have light for over 1 year. And tell me, a caretaker come in, he has not spent 1 month, and he could give the communities in Asaritori light, water. So I don't know. It's the mindset of the human being that is being sent to that place.
All right.
They should be able to re-sanitize their mindset and know that they are coming to serve the people. If not, if you like, give them autonomous plots. Nothing is going to come out there because there is a godfather somewhere.
All right.
Godfather will direct them, do like this, don't do this. There is so many tangible projects in Asaritori that you can count on.
Okay.
By the way.
All right.
So for me, it's neither here or there.
All right, break. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That can serve the local government.
All right.
Can do something for the local government. Can be loyal to the local government.
I've got to go.
Anybody.
Break. Thank you very much. I've got Oriji from Ugbogu. Oriji, welcome. Tell me about your local government. I'd like to hear.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome.
This local government autonomy, they have made them unhappy by saying they will take their money directly. But like my own local government on Niger, I have never seen what local government has produced as saying this is local government money that does this. I am 62 years today, but I want to tell you that there is no government representation in my community, and we are the oil-bearing community. The only thing you will see here that are done like road, water, electricity is by Total.
So can you sorry Oriji. Oriji, can you hear me?
That a local government has built a town hall.
Oriji, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please, Oriji?
I'm hearing you.
Are you saying that the roads, I mean, you're giving me concrete information that the roads in your local government were mostly built by...
Anywhere, every road that was built in my place was done by Total and NDDC.
Interesting.
The light we are enjoying every 24 hours is Total. We never saw anything from local government, even state.
Okay. All right.
Our own is a word.
All right.
I said last government was where we saw a local government council review our town hall. Apart from that, nothing. It was also last government that a House of Assembly member helped us to build 2 staff quarters for nurses.
All right.
And doctors.
All right.
Otherwise, nothing.
All right. Oriji, thank you.
Recognize we are part of them. So, this local government that, for me, when you come back again, please, just give me 1 minute again. Let us hold our state governors. They have right to change every narrative. Not just federal government.
We're not focused. Origi, we're not focused on that. We're looking at the local government. I will have to let you go at this point. And as Ramoji says, they play. Local government is under lock and key, yet local government boys are going around shops to collect taxes for the council. Imagine Commissioner of Transport giving timeline for painting keke and buses. The only thing working in River State is politics, court, church, and tax collections. But bro, you spend so much time in talking and give us a few minutes to contribute. And as for Moji, I'm sorry about that. Godspar from Eche, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Canada.
Yeah, welcome, Godspar.
Like your first question, like what you asked, whether autonomy or not autonomy, unless they remove God for that reason in politics, local government cannot perform more than what they have been performing. And for my own here, whether elected or CDC, and they are just on the paper, they are underperforming. If you come to here, it is too underdeveloped. You cannot say, except a little primary school and the markets, tiny ones. I think they are not being completed. I want you to ask to answer this question. Do they give them allocation according to salaries and allowances, or do they also give the allowances to do some projects? Because if they give them for projects,
when you're given money, you're not given money and told how to use your money. So, for instance, once again, with my local government taking over 527 million, I don't think the government will tell them how to spend it. Anyways, I've got to go, God's power. It is time for me to step on the brakes for a little bit. Somebody says, good evening, Mr. Kalada. Please, I don't know if it's the same website to check the ones for Akwa Ibom State. Please read out the website again. Yes, it is the same website. me.budget. Budget is spelled budgit.org. O-R-G, right? So me.budget.org. I'm looking at mine, 527 plus million. I'll be right back. Just stay tuned.